Hello, today I'm going to show you an agentic system that retrieves patients' medical record from structural data and provide analysis based on our requirements. You may ask, why do I need this rather than use frontier models directly? Let's say if we want to analyze a sample from a structural data, the easier way is to feed tabular data like spreadsheet or data coming from SQL database or an file data. You will immediately find it doesn't work. Let me give you an example. I'm going to put this diagnosis ICD, that is data from EHR data set. Apparently, it's over 18,000 KB. That's kind of large. So I I fed it to Copilot of Microsoft, that is one of the most popular language model in the market. And I asked one question: can you parse the data? It says I can parse it, but the file is too large for direct extraction, and the content return is empty. It doesn't work apparently. So the issue is either the size of the data is too large or there are too many lines in the files, leading to expensive costs and low precision. I would like to know how to solve this problem. Let's hop into demo first. I'm going to run this command line with this bundle, which is a JSON file. When we open it up, we will see it's over 83,000 lines of the code. And so the LM is not good at analyzing the data with so many lines. If not, it's worth noting that the model never sees the raw bundle. Instead, we use a plain Python code building a compact chart summary, and the model gets tools to look up anything the summary leaves out. Let me run this first. Okay, see the patient name, and gender, and the date of birth here. When I type summary, we will see what summary of this patient data looks like. Basically, it's like a content of book, routing the model where it exists, so it picks up the right tool on the first try. In this demo, the data is related to diabetes, but is able to extend to other disease or domains. And the accuracy is the whole gap here. So let me show two tests. The first questions would be, what's her latest A1C? That is a pretty regular metric for diabetes. Let's see what would happen. Okay, let's see. It's thinking. And it's a pretty easy question course. It was saying the summary actually, so no cup needed. It says her most recent A1C result is 6.25% recorded on 2025, October 6th. Okay, let's get some more challenging questions that requires two core. How about this? Has it changed over the years? You probably core tools for that. Okay, we can see the dim line here, meaning it's calling two gap observation. Um, that needed history in terms of this question, so it fetched it, and you can see exactly where it goes to the data here. And it will provided a summary. Her A1C has stayed within a very narrow pre-diabetic borderline range, roughly 5.85 to 6.38% over the past decades, with no sustained upward or downward trend. Blah blah, something like that. Okay. Let's talk about the options for LM model choice is baking. When we type the command model/model here, we can switch provider like ChatGPT, OpenAI, or Anthropic for the Claude, or Gemini from Google, or other popular language models providers. And we can also switch the model by model/model and name. Of course, a provider has multiple models for the users. Anything speaking, the OpenAI protocols works, which includes local models through OLAMA or VLM SGLang for some sensitive scenarios like hospitals, which can send records to external APIs. Running fully local model is the obvious reason to want it. And at last, when it comes to compatibility, it can run with file server or clinical resources in SQL Server or Postgres with the searchable fields indexes. Long story in short, is a better solution for agentic systems that retrieve and parse structural data. Thank you.